All right. Good evening. Oh, just gonna hang out with you guys for a minute because we just don't have a show tonight. Um, I wanted to come on and say hey to you guys. Those of you who show up every Saturday night for the deep dive, and kind of apologize for the way things are shaking out tonight. But stuff happens. Uh, Basically, Mario and I both have been working on some deep dives for you guys. I've got one ready that's going to be great. And it is the one we were going to do tonight. We were going to talk about what the word honor means across different cultures and why that is especially important in the modern context with, vis-a-vis the exposure of various fraud scams being exposed, happening in Minnesota, New York, California, etc. Basically, everywhere that you've got a major blue population right now, there's also a major revelation about massive fraud going on. And so normally on a Saturday night, we do the deep dive. It's usually about 3 hours long, from about 9 to midnight. And I got y'all ready, that the one about about honor and all that. And Mario's got one worked up that was going to be for next weekend, about the Spanish Revolution, and where there are some serious parallels there. Well, something came up, and Mario can't do the show tonight. His ex and his kids got snowed in. They're in Florida, and so they're trying to get home to somewhere on the other side of the massive ice storm that's ripping across the country. So Mario's driving across Florida to go pick up his ex and his kids and put them up until Wednesday, and isn't available for the show tonight. Now, there's a lot of shows that, obviously in the mornings, often I do them solo. I love to have one of my guest hosts on, one of my co-hosts on when they're available, Cameron or Mario or even Aaron Olson. And Aaron, I did not contact you. So no, Aaron, it's not that it's snowing in Florida. It's that there's the massive ice storm that's between Florida and where the ex and the kids live, on the opposite side of the ice storm, north of the ice storm. So their flights have been canceled and rescheduled until later in the week. And Aaron, I didn't reach out to you for this one because there's a very particular part of it that needs to be me and Mario handling this topic. Mostly related to our shared history in military experience, and a lot to do with our previous shared discussions on some deeper philosophy. So once we start getting into the honor stuff, we'll be talking about Aristotelian ethics, Nicomachean ethic. We'll be talking about Aurelius, Cicero. We'll be digging into some Bushido code, Izzat, Taqiyya. We'll discuss Islam and various other types of honor codes and how they interact with one another, or more correctly, do not interact correctly with one another. The general thesis is that traditional white Western honor, the traditional concept of honor as it's understood by white Westerners, is very individualized and then extrapolated out to high trust culture and society. Whereas the rest of the world, they don't have a concept like honor. Most Westerners have seen one too many yellow fever movies and think that the Bushido code is very similar to chivalric or traditional Western honor, where a man's word is his bond and his individual reputation has great value, etc. And that's simply not the case. But we'll get into all that in depth when we do that deep dive. We're not going to do it tonight because Mario's not available. So I thought that I'd hate to just leave you guys hanging. So I thought I'd go ahead and pop in here and say hello, let you know what's going on without exposing too much PII, and maybe even throw a little chum in the water out there for my favorite bloodthirsty little listeners, and see who gets some freebies, get some goodies this evening. And it's Megan. Ma Wilbanks gets the member. Okay, now that's interesting. I just tried to share the I just tried to share the notification that Ma Wilbanks was gifted the membership, and I got the message, must be room administrator to pin a message, to which I say, hold up, wait a minute. There ain't nobody else here. It's just me. I am most certainly the administrator. There is no one else. But okay, whatever. So, but yeah, I just wanted to jump in for a little bit and say good evening to you guys. And I hope you all have a great weekend. I know it's going to get cold. It's going to get cold. I've been paying attention to the weather situation. Thankfully, where we're at right now, the forecast looks like it's going to get cold, but we're not looking at a lot of precipitation, so I'm not super concerned. And of course, Aaron, no, we do not have snow at our place. We did have a little snow a few days ago. In fact, we had just enough accumulation stick around that the kids got to throw snowballs at each other for about a half an hour before it was just, muddy chicken tracks everywhere. So yeah, out here chopping wood and getting ready to stoke the fire overnight, and I think we'll be all right. And we're, push comes to shove, I've got the generator and I've got the Raptor trap. We're ready to go. So if it goes that way, we'll be all right. So to the rest of you guys, y'all be safe, be warm, take care of yourselves. Looks like Monday morning we're gonna have to cover the fact that, to my great disappointment, after I said such nice words about Red Flag Barbie yesterday morning, for arresting 3 of the terrorists from the Minnesota church attack. Yeah, they're all out. They were all released on their own recognizance, with bought in lefty judges saying, "Oh well, there's no flight risk here." Really? I mean, fair play. That one broad was a big bitch. She ain't exactly going to run out, but come on. Really? There's just no consequences. Terrorism's just cool now. Okay. So that's where we're at. All right, guys. I am going to, like I said, that's all I got for you this weekend. I guess I can close with one of our songs if I got any requests in the audience. And I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up and call it an evening. You know what? I'll give y'all just a second for some requests. And then if I don't hear different, I think I'm gonna play The Splendor of Order. Anybody? Just crickets? I know y'all are a little behind. I know the feed is a little delayed. Oh, David, you'll have to be more specific, because I've shared a few, and I don't know which one you're talking about. Was that the one with the you know, David, if it wasn't for you and Cameron and your vagina monologues, I could probably find it. I'm looking at the thread right now. I'm scrolling up to see which song I sent, but that was like 300 texts ago. Nope, more than 300 texts ago. Jesus, man. God, you are some chatty bitches. Was it before or after G.I. Joe Rogan? Nope. Okay, nope. Now you're leading me into dead air for too long. I can't do it. I'm gonna have to go ahead and just pick another one. Who's the chick in the orange jumpsuit, man? Wait. Nope. That's the Savage Uden. That's not it. Nope. Sorry, David, I'm just going to have to play a random one. So I'll hit you with... Yeah, we'll go Splendor Ordinis, Pulchritudo at Splendor Ordinis, the Splendor of Order. All right, guys, I'm going to leave you with this. Good night. I think I'm going to leave you with this. It doesn't seem to want to play ball.
Before form, there was none but the hush of the void. The words sang light and the silence was destroyed. Soft and radiant, the newborn spheres align. The music of heaven composed the first design. In principio erat pulchritudo.
One piece is fragile, the perfect turns to flame. The hammers of war beat beauty into shame. The frame unravels, the measure slips, symmetry fades from trembling lips. Disorder hums its broken song, beauty mocked in iron calm.
The poppies grow where young men fell. Their color tells what words can't tell.
Pulchritudo ordinis lux. Pulchritudo ordinis lux.
Letters rose from ash and steel, reforging reason on philosophy's wheel. Science and art, the twin hands of grace, tracing geometry in heaven's face.
The visible fingerprints of divine proportion mark the curve of creation's motion. Through the golden mean,
see His design.
Truth and beauty are one eternal breath. Pulchritudo est splendor ordinis. Pulchritudo est splendor.
Strong men made beauty from broken clay. Their courage held the dark at bay. Good times came and strength declined. Soft hearts forgot the sacred design.
Weak men birthed a world gone gray, blind to the light that marked their way.
Never seeing a poppy in fields of blood.
They mocked what strong men knew was good. Pulchritudo est out of the silence, light divides the void. Form awakens, measured, employed. Lines emerge where shadows sleep. Harmony stirs, the spheres begin to weep. Sacred geometry renews the plan. The golden mean reveals the span. Heaven's ratios restored a man. Beauty eternal, the order reborn. The face of God in the light. Morn. Pulchritudo
Luz divina.
Per omnia, truth, goodness, beauty. One refrain echoes through the mortal frame. To see the beautiful is to see His face. To stand in awe of eternal grace.
Pulchritudo est splendor ordinis me. Pulchritudo est splendor ordinis. Divina. Per